Hi, I'm Caren, and welcome back to practice. This is restorative yoga for stress relief. We're just going to use one bolster for practice. So if you don't have this, you can use a firm couch cushion or a thick pillow or even a stack of blankets. We're going to start in supported child's pose. And restorative yoga is wonderful for stress relief because we're not asking the body to do more. We're not adding additional stress. We're allowing our muscles and our minds to completely relax. So as you enter this practice, keep that in mind to support yourself so that there's no struggle or strain in your mind or your body. Bringing your knees to either side of the bolster, pull the bolster in and lower your chest. Extend your arms forward and turn a cheek to the bolster. Of course, if you need additional props during this practice, feel free to do that. I have lots of videos here with lots more props to completely support your body. And you can also check out my restorative yoga book for even more variations. Now that you've started to settle in, allow there to be a deepness to your breath that wasn't there before. Feel it filling up into your back. And as you breathe out, a sense of letting go, of softening into the support beneath you. It might be helpful to slow down your breath. I suggest a count of 5 in and 5 out. Throughout this practice, you'll experience moments of silence. Know that I'm right here with you, and I'll let you know when it's time to transition. Enjoy 3 more breaths here. Then slowly walking your hands in, lifting your torso up. Push the bolster forward to the edge of the mat. Plant the hands and come into table. Extend one leg back at a time, tucking the toes under, leaning into the sole of each foot, opening up the backs of the legs and perhaps noting any sensation you feel in the knees. Then drop your hips down, knees to one side, and turn around. Your back will be to the bolster. Extend your legs long. Lie down with your spine supported on the bolster into supported fish. Open your arms into a gentle V. The legs can splay open slightly. If you notice here that your chin is quite high up toward the ceiling, higher than your forehead is, you might appreciate adding a blanket underneath your head. The bolster does not need to be all the way up against your low back. You can start it at your mid-back to prevent any low back pain. So play around with that. And then close the eyes if that's comfortable. And feel the lift of the heart and any sensations you're starting to notice around the ribs, the throat, and the collarbones. Give yourself permission to grow heavier in your pelvis and your legs. And if you're sensing lightness in the torso, welcome that feeling. Let the breath be natural. Take 3 more breaths here. Starting movement in your fingers and your arms. Guide the soles of your feet inward to touch down on the floor with bent knees. And use your hands, tucking your chin in, to press up. Once you arrive, we'll take the bolster, spin it widthwise on the mat, and go right back into another pose, supported bridge. Lift up with your hips, sit on the bolster, feet walk hip distance apart, toes forward, lower down onto your back, your shoulders, and the arms come open. Ensure that you feel as though your pelvis is entirely held, level to the bolster. The heaviness at the backs of the shoulders relieves any pressure from the neck and the head. You might try lifting and walking each shoulder blade and arm out a little wider. And closing the eyes here, bring any attention that's scattered into the pit of the throat. Feel the breath as it moves in and out of the back of the throat. And practice elongating your exhales. Taking a full inhale. Slow down the exhale so it's longer than the inhale. And you feel as though your navel's dropping in, your belly gets hollow. You can relax even more through the legs. Continue that cycle, full inhale, slower exhale. Releasing all tension in the hip creases and the knees. Noticing that the tongue may soften, corners of the mouth and nose, and even corners of the eyes can release their grip. Feel as though each long exhale is giving you permission to soften even more into the earth. Now release all effort in the breath. Let the pace return to a natural, effortless one. Notice sensations not just in the throat region, but in the whole body. Sensations in the hands, in the soles of the feet. Bring your palms toward the bolster. Dig your heels in a little so you can lift your pelvis and slide the bolster forward under your knees, dropping the pelvis down. Elongate your legs over top. Open your arms into a V, into basic relaxation pose. You might choose to keep your arms in a V or place your hands on your abdomen. Whatever feels more comforting. Think of something you're ready to release or let go of that could create more space in your life for peace and possibility. It could be a small thing or a big thing. It could be a way of thinking or acting, or someone you'd like to create more space from. And once you're clear on that thing, keep that in your mind's eye. Pull your knees in. Slowly make your way onto your side and press up to a comfortable seated position. You're welcome to sit on top of your bolster if that feels most comfortable for you. We'll take our hands into Pranidhana Mudra, the gesture of surrender for learning to let go. So take your thumbs to the middle and the fourth fingers, touching in. And then with the index and the pinky, touch those tips together. As you look down, you'll notice there is a space to empty, to release into, symbolic of letting go. So rest the hands down in your lap, the thumbs facing up, and close the eyes, recalling what it is you're ready to release. Taking 3 big inhales and longer exhales, imagine on those exhales that you are releasing this thing down through the hands, down into the earth, letting the earth recycle it, turning it into fertilizer for new things to grow. So let's begin now. Take an inhale. Release through the exhale. Two more at your own pace. Once complete, take the hands together at the heart in Anjali Mudra, bowing the chin down and in and trusting that what you've set free has started to loosen its hold. Honoring this time that we spent together in practice and in gratitude for all the realized beings who have brought the knowledge of yoga to us. As you feel ready to open your eyes, release your hands and come back into the space. Breathe in and breathe out and take it all in, this new beginning that you've created. I love practicing with you, and it always means a lot when you give this video a like, when you comment and share your experience, and subscribe if you haven't already. You can find lots more practices like this on my website at karenbaginski.com and here on my YouTube channel. Hope to relax with you again sometime soon.